Right before we went to air, Bob, the New York Times editorial page released this, President Obama's dragnet. It's a long editorial. I'm just going to read this one piece. It says, and this is the New York Times, the administration has now lost all credibility. Mr. Obama is proving the truism that the executive will use any power it is given and very likely abuse it. Now, that could have been said by someone like Kevin Williamson of National Review, but that the New York Times editorial page says that. Do you think that this is serious on the left?
Do I think it's serious? I think it is one of the most outrageous examples of stepping on the Constitution that I've heard. They have no right to phone records. These phone records, they get both sides. They monitor how long the phone conversation takes place. People who have they're not on record for anything. This is the government getting into our business that it ought to be out. It is illegal, it is unconstitutional, and it's deplorable. And I didn't like it when they did it in the Bush administration. I don't like it when they're doing it now. I know they're looking for methods and all kinds of intricate things on computers. Screw that. The fact of the matter is they're listening in on, they're not listening, they're taking my phone records. Get your hands off my phone records. I mean, sometimes I got some 800 numbers I don't want you to know about.
Sometimes? Those aren't 800.
The fact of the matter is that the government has no right. They've taken this Patriot Act, which I think was the single most dangerous act passed, and they've taken it and they've abused it, and they've now become, you talk about fascism, you're getting damn close to it.
Okay.
Do you think the Bush administration was monitoring bad guys? They were monitoring a lot of people to see if they could find some bad guys.
No, I do think
the fact of the matter is I want to see them pulled before Congress and show me one terrorist out of this big program, one terrorist that's been caught or one terrorist act that's been stopped because of the intrusion on millions of Americans, and Verizon ought to be sued for
Chairman Mike
and
Rogers.
I'm stopping Verizon, by the way.
Chairman Mike Rogers.
Yeah, because they have your record.
Republican chairman today said that in the last few years, this program had thwarted a terrorist attack. He didn't go into detail, and I don't think that he needs to, but I trust that the government is doing the right thing on this.
Do you think that giving the government the right to monitor our phone, not monitor them, but listen to them, but getting your records, hundreds of millions of them are worth one terrorist attack?
Your record... What?
What, Bob?
Yes, if there was a terrorist attack, and it killed your son, and you were able to you found out that the government hadn't done everything it could to try to find out the intel to prevent that. Yes, you would say that.
It would be terrible for my son, certainly, but do I think that the government has the right to intrude on our personal lives? No. And I would have to ever sacrifice. Look, you're doing
this. Are you going to pick and choose your terrorist acts? What about 9/11?
You're talking about people in Iraq and Afghanistan who fought to protect our rights, and this is stepping on those rights.
Okay, we are way over, and we could keep going, but we're going to have to go,
We'll cut Bob's.